Well, from winning a gold to harvesting nature's liquid gold. That's how raw honey is often referred to due to its amazing properties. And according to the North Carolina State University Apiculture Program, there are about 15,000 beekeepers across the state. In fact, there are more beekeepers in North Carolina than any other state. Even during the dreary days of winter, bees are active inside the hive, and they become more active outside when the temperature stays in the mid-50s. Carolina Impact's Russ Hunsinger introduces us to a local beekeeper.
Bees are an insect of the Apius family. Apis mellifera is the honeybee. Bees are one of our multi-generational colonies, which means there are multiple generations living in the same colony. They are controlled not by the queen, which a lot of people think they are, but by the colony itself. So the colony is what controls what goes on with the queen and with the colony as a whole. In each of our hives we have 3 different types of bees. The one everybody's most familiar with is the queen. The queen is responsible for laying all the eggs. She's responsible for maintaining and creating a pheromone effect that keeps the hive one smell to make them all know that they've all one combined unit. Then we have the worker bees, and the worker bees are all females. They can't lay eggs, so the queen is the only one that can. The worker bees take care of the foraging, they take care of the hive sanitation, they take care of protecting the hive. The third type of bee that we would have would be called drones. And in the spring, once the weather changes, and what will happen is they'll signal the queen to begin to lay eggs again. Those fertilized eggs will become males, and those are drones. And they only have one job, and that is to mate with a queen.
Sweeter than a honeybee, yeah, my queen bee.
The beehive has several different products that are used commercially. Probably the best known, of course, is our honey, and that is a concentrated flower nectar. During the spring and during the nectar flow, we put on honey boxes, and they're brand new frames that allows them to build out brand new cells, and then they begin to collect all the excess nectar from all the flowers. That's where they end up depositing them. All of our worker bees are all involved in wax production. There's a series of glands under their abdomen that they will excite and extract with their legs. These little wax flakes, they'll take them up in their mandibles and they'll go ahead and manipulate it, and they'll build all the comb. The propolis is a product that is being harvested. Naturalists are using it as an antibiotic type of a product. It is the bees' antibiotics. They excrete propolis, and they'll coat the inside of the hive with it, and it just helps glue the whole box together so that the hive itself is protected. Honey really has lots of different hues to it. The honeys all have different qualities to them. The nectars from each flower has different qualities to them as well. Our beekeeping group each year has a honey tasting and a honey taste-off. And it's incredible how we line up all of our different honeys, and mine tastes different from the girls here in the backyard than somebody that lives 3 miles from here. Honeybees are one of our most important pollinators. Bees are responsible for at least 1/3 to 2/3 of the different foods that we actually have in our grocery stores. The biggest challenge that we have for bees, especially in our urban areas, are indiscriminate use of different pesticides and herbicides. You want to keep in mind that you use it, follow the directions. And items that are flowering, it's not always a good idea to spray them as well. So that's when you have the majority of your pollinators dropping on top of them. And we're losing some of our urban beehives are being killed off just because of that reason.
Sweeter than a honeybee, oh, my queen bee.
Thanks so much, Russ. If you'd like to find out more about beekeeping, check out the Mecklenburg County Beekeepers Association website.